their respective tables. But if you're already seated, thank you very much. This morning's program will be inaugurated by lighting the very decorative set of candles that you see, the floating candles that you see in front of you. And to do the honors, we'd like to firstly invite Mr. S.L. Nazir, the Additional Secretary, Development, Ministry of Tourism, Mr. Jayasiri Thennakorn, Additional Secretary, Administration, Ministry of Tourism, Mr. Dheera Hettiarachchi, Chairman of the Sri Lanka Institute of Tourism and Hotel Management, Slitham, and the Sri Lanka Convention Bureau. We also invite Mr. H.P. Somatilaka, Director General Planning, Ministry of Tourism, Mr. Upali Ratnayaka, the Deputy Director General of the Sri Lanka Tourism Development Authority. We invite Dr. Vipula Vanigasekara, our keynote speaker this morning and former Director General of the Sri Lanka Tourism Development Authority, Mr. Udana Vikramasinghe, Director Research and International Relations of SLTDA, Mr. Sampath Ganepalarachchi, Director Finance of SLTDA, and Madam Tharanga Rupasinghe, Director Standards and Quality Assurance of SLTDA. We also would like to invite Mr. Chintaka Abekon, Director ITC of SLTDA, Dr. Prasad Jayasuriya, Director Tourism Planning and Development and Investor Relations, SLTDA, Madam Manjula Virakodi, Director Domestic Tourism and Community Relations of SLTDA, Mr. Samantha Perez, Director Human Resources and Premises Management, SLTDA, Mr. Kanishka Jayatunga, Deputy Director General Academic for Slitham, Madam Uma Niranjanan, Director Planning, Ministry of Tourism, Mr. Nalin Jayasundara, President, Sri Lanka Association of Inbound Tour Operators, and Mr. M. Shantikumar, President of the Hotel Association of Sri Lanka. Thank you very much, ladies and gentlemen. Take your seats and make yourselves comfortable. Ayubowan. Well, you know that Ayubowan is wish you long life, but having long life alone is not good enough. Dirghashu wagema, your ayusha has to be quality. when you have quality Aisha, life is definitely worth living. So just imagine a situation where we do not have tourism, be it domestic or international. How boring life is going to be. Life will definitely be not worth living. So tourism, be it domestic or international, definitely adds a lot of quality to one's life, adds a lot of quality to society, adds a lot of quality to the world. So we all know that according to the United Nations or UN tourism, 27th of September was declared or is declared every year as the World Tourism Day 2024 edition is in fact being focused here this morning as a national program because the United Nations has given liberty or the choice for the respective countries to name or select a suitable day to celebrate the World Tourism Day in the respective countries. And here we are, organized by the Sri Lanka Tourism Development Authority, selecting today as a national day to celebrate the World Tourism Day as a national event. So firstly, let's put our hands together and congratulate and pay tribute to everyone who has contributed to foster and promote tourism in Sri Lanka and throughout the globe. Let's put our hands together and say thank you to all of them. September 27 වෙනි දින අපි හැම කෙනෙක්ම දන්නවා එක්සත් ජාතීන් ගේ සංවිධානය සැප්තැම්බර් 27 වෙනි දින දනු ලෝක සංචාරක දිනය හැටියට නම් කරලා තියෙනවා. ඉතින් ඔවුන් එක් රටවල් වලට අවස්ථාව ලබා දීලා තියෙනවා තමන්ට සුදුසු ඒ රටට සුදුසු දිනයක් ජාතික මට්ටමේ මේ දිනේ සමරන්න තෝරා ගන්න කියලා. ඉතින් ශ්‍රී ලංකා සංචාරක ප්‍රවර්ධන අධිකාරිය SLTDA මගින් අද දිනය තෝරාගෙන තිබෙනවා මේ ලෝක සංචාරක දිනය අද දිනේ මේ ජාතික උත්සවය සමරන්න. ඉතින් පැමිණ සිටින ඔබ සියලු දෙනා බොහොම ගෞරවයෙන් පිළිගන්න අතර අප ඉතාමත්ම සන්තෝෂ වෙනවා ඔබගේ පැමිණීම. ඒ වගේම අප සූදානම් වෙනවා සුවිශේෂී වීඩියෝ පාඨයකට ඔබ සියලු දෙනාගේම අවධානය යොමු කරන්න.
அனைவருக்கும் இனிமையான காலை வணக்கத்தை இந்த வேளையிலே தெரிவித்துக் கொள்கின்றோம். இலங்கை சுற்றுலா அபிவிருத்தி அதிகார சபையினால் ஏற்பாடு செய்யப்பட்டுள்ள 2024 உலக சுற்றுலா தினத்தின் தேசிய கொண்டாட்டத்திற்கு அனைவரையும் வரவேற்கின்றோம். முக்கியமாக எங்களுடைய நாட்டிலும் அதற்கு அப்பாலும் சுற்றுலாவை முக்கியத்துவத்தை அங்கீகரிப்பதற்காக நாங்கள் அனைவரும் இங்கு ஒன்று கூடியிருப்பது எமக்கு மிகுந்த மகிழ்ச்சி அளிக்கின்றது. அதே போல முக்கியமாக உலக சுற்றுலா தினம் செப்டம்பர் மாதம் 27ஆம் திகதி உலகளாவிய ரீதியில் கொண்டாடப்படுகின்றது. இந்த ஆண்டு முக்கியமாக எமது சுற்றுலாத்துறையை ஊக்குவிப்பதற்காக ஐநாவுடைய பூரண அனுமதியுடன் இலங்கை சுற்றுலா அபிவிருத்தி சபை எல்லோருக்கும் ஏதுவான இன்றைய நாளில் ஏற்பாடு செய்திருக்கிறது என்பதை இந்த வேளையிலே நாங்கள் ஞாபகப்படுத்துகின்றோம். ஒவ்வொரு ஆண்டும் உலக சுற்றுலா தினத்தின் ஒரு கருப்பொருள் இருக்கின்றது. அந்த வகையிலே இந்த ஆண்டினுடைய ஒரு கருப்பொருளாக சுற்றுலா மற்றும் அமைதி என்பது கருப்பொருளாக அமைந்திருக்கிறது. அந்த வகையிலேயே இந்த வருடமும் நல்லிணக்கம், பரஸ்பர புரிதல், கலாசார பரிமாற்றம் மற்றும் நாடுகளுக்கிடையே இருக்கக்கூடிய ஒத்துழைப்பை வளர்த்தல் என்பன இந்த கருப்பொருளில் அமைந்திருக்கின்றது.
Now the World Tourism Day is celebrated every year, and every year there is a particular theme. Now this year there's a very interesting theme, and this theme is all about centered around peace. Now for a country to progress economically and for a country to progress socially, we need peace. So when you have peace, that creates an environment for tourism. Definitely, people will visit a country if that country is peaceful. So peace definitely promotes tourism. And if you turn the equation the other way, when you have tourism, when you have people visiting countries This definitely nurtures and promotes peace and reconciliation. So it's a two-way process, and that's exactly why this year we have a very attractive theme, and the theme for the World Tourism Day 2024 is tourism and peace. So talking of tourism and peace, we have a very meaningful video that we're going to showcase before you. So we want you to have a look at the screen in front of you.
Tourism is more than just travel. It's a journey that connects cultures. It bridges divides and fosters understanding. When we explore new destinations, we open our minds and hearts. Tourism creates opportunities for dialogue. It builds respect and trust between nations, cultures, and communities. Through these encounters, we realize we are more alike than different. In post-conflict regions, tourism becomes a tool for healing. It supports local economies and empowers communities. Tourism fosters a sense of shared prosperity. Through tourism, wounds of the past can be mended, and a brighter future can be forged. Just as tourism contributes to peace, peace is the foundation upon which tourism thrives. A peaceful environment ensures travelers feel safe. This allows them to immerse themselves in the beauty and culture of a destination. Tourism is not just a journey. It's a pathway to peace. Together, we can build a world where travel opens doors, hearts, and minds. Let's create a future of mutual respect and global harmony.
What a wonderful tool, what a magical tool, and that tool is tourism. So signifying World Tourism Day, මේ දිනේ සංකේතවත් කරමින් විශේෂ පණිවිඩයක් දනු නිකුත් කරලා තියෙනවා එක්සත් ජාතීන්ගේ මහලේකම්තුමන් සුරේබ් පොලිකාෂ්විලි. ඒ පණිවිඩයයි අපි යන්න මේ සූදානම් වන්නේ.
கிளிஃபர்ட் கூறியது போலவே அடுத்த நிகழ்விலே ஒரு சிறப்பு தகவலை தருவதற்காக ஐக்கிய நாடுகள் சுற்றுலா பொதுச் செயலாளர் ஜுரப் பொலிகாஷ்விலி அவர்களுடைய ஒரு காணொளி இடம்பெற காத்திருக்கிறது.
So there is a message from the Secretary General of UN Tourism, Zurab Polikashvili. Have a look at the screen.
Happy World Tourism Day. As we mark World Tourism Day this year, our planet is ravaged by war and insecurity. Around 1 in 4 of the global population now lives in areas of conflict. Many of us have first-hand experience of the suffering caused by war, and the impacts are felt far outside of war zones. We must urgently stand up for peace. The global tourist family is broad to diverse, but what unites us is our shared humanity. Ours is the most human sector. Every journey leads to a connection. Tourism brings world together and closer. Tourism builds trust and respect. It lays the foundations for cooperation, and it drives inclusive growth and prosperity. The surest safeguards against conflict. We need these values now more than ever. They underscore every part of UN tourism mission and our work. Our focus on education brings young people from different countries and cultures together, and it creates opportunities for them to find work and meaning. Our work in tourism for rural development means that nobody is left behind, and the economies grow equally and fairly. And our passion for innovation presents new ways which we can connect and collaborate. Working side by side, we can ensure a brighter tomorrow for all. Let us take this occasion to set the tone for future generations. Let us recommit to multilateralism, respect for international law, and the values of the United Nations. Above all, let us work together as a sector united to make tourism a beacon of hope and ensure that when peace does return to areas of conflict, we are ready to help people rebuild and reconnect. Wherever you are and however you are celebrating, on this World Tourism Day, I wish you all peace and prosperity.
සංචාරක කටයුතු පිළිබඳව මහලේකම්තුමන් සුරබ් පොලිකාෂ්විලි එතුමාගේ සුවිශේෂී ආමන්ත්‍රණයත් සමග පැමිණ සිටින සියලු දෙනා බොහොම ගෞරවයෙන් පිළිගන්නා මොහොතයි මේ.
வந்திருக்கும் அனைவரையும் மிகுந்த மகிழ்ச்சியோடு வரவேற்பதற்கான நேரம் இது.
So we'd like to invite Mr. Upali Ratnayaka, the Deputy Director General of the Sri Lanka Tourism Development Authority, who will officially welcome you to this event. Let's put our hands together and welcome Mr. Upali Ratnayaka.
அனைவரையும் மிகுந்த மகிழ்வுடன் வரவேற்பதற்காக SLTDA பொது துணை இயக்குனர் திரு உபாலி ரத்நாயக்க அவர்களை மேடைக்கு அழைக்கின்றோம்.
Ayubowan, distinguished gathering, very warm welcome to this World Tourism Day event. Additional secretaries of the Ministry of Tourism and all senior officials from the ministry and the invitees from all other connected ministries to the Tourism Association President, Secretary, and the members, and also the agencies connected with tourism and the staff of tourism main organizations, staff, and the provincial level tourism organization officials. Today is the day we all gathered here to celebrate the World Tourism Day, which falls on 27th of September. But though we are a little behind the date, it is a day of commemoration with a permission or other advice of the World Tourism Organization. We are here gathered today to commemorate the national event of World Tourism Day 2024. Thank you very much for your presence with your all busy schedules from far away as well as from the busy environment to share with us your valuable time with us today to make a meaning as well as add value to this important day. The World Tourism Day, as the industry we all know, it is not a day simply we take it forward. It is the worldwide raise the awareness of the tourism industry. It's important as well as opening avenues to many communities as well as the stakeholders share benefit, and importantly, inviting people to travel to spend their leisure as well as our MC already mentioned, to bring up a value to your life, a quality to your life. Tourism is the place where whatever we do with leisure, with pleasure, as well as many activities for our satisfaction. This is all about tourism industry. One might question, why this 27th of September? It is also very important all of us to know. There was an organization called International Union for Tourism globally, functions for about 50 years, but in 1979, this organization has become an officially intergovernmental body responsible for tourism in the world. So in this organization, they have appointed a key country or other members as an executive council. The executive council has passed their statutes of the organization. The date of passing these statutes was 27 September. Then later, commemorating the birthday of this organization, they decided the worldwide we will celebrate Tourism Day on 27th of September. So this is how the day decided. And this organization every year give a meaningful theme for the countries to celebrate. One theme whole world is celebrating on this World Tourism Day. So this is what our background is. And with that, we being a member, a founder member of the World Tourism Organization, are happy that this organization in 1989 became a UN sister organization. They are we have become one of the sister organizations of the UN. So this is how all our members, the member country Sri Lanka, as well as members of tourism, all of you have become connected to the World Tourism Day, so that there is an interconnectivity with the World Tourism Day and tourism to us. So thank you very much once again for your valuable time. Then again, give me a few minutes, this current year theme, that is tourism and peace. On the tourism and peace, there are like no any other country, I think, set an example on this theme where we benefited over a 30-year insurgency in the country. And finally, what we see with the North and East, the friendship built, the widely contributed by tourism, by results around 300,000 tourism arrival 2027, and going up to the 2018 for about 10-year period, 300,000, and brought into 230,000, that is 2.3 million tourism arrival, actually brought these two regions contributing or connecting to the development with the tourism. There is no any other example, I think, recently can found this much of a result was brought. And also in the world scale, nowadays we know that there is a war situation in the Middle East, and where the flight prices or rather airfare has increased about 20%. How many cancellation do we have it in the country? Our industry will be able to tell, where it shows that how the peace, when there is an absence of the peace, how it affects the tourism. So likewise, in the national level, international level, there are examples. To give a meaning to this day, as well as add value to this day, your presence is very important. Let me warmly welcome the additionals, extend a warm welcome to our Additional Secretary, Mr. Nazir, and also the Additional Secretary, Mr. Tennakon, and also the Director General of Planning of the Ministry to grace the occasion. Your presence is really important to us. The Chairman of the Sri Lanka Tourism and Hospitality Management, Mr. Deera Hettiarachchi, and all other senior officials, I think DG also here. Warm welcome for your presence to this important occasion. Very importantly, the tourism is a public-private partnership as well as a joint venture, where our strong pillars are the Tourism Association, where the main organizations representing the main organization, Mr. Shanti Kumar, the President of the Hotels Association, and also Mr. Nalin Abevikrama, the Sligo newly appointed chairman. Congratulations your appointment and being being here today with us, and also the Travel Agency Association, Mr. Sabri, and also the Small and Medium Enterprises Association, Mr. Pubudu Jaisinga, and also all other tourism association president and secretaries. Warm welcome to all of you for being with us in this important occasion. Beyond that, tourism is in reality, it will not be able to bring if you don't have the attraction management organization, such as the Wildlife Department, as well as the Central Cultural Fund, all cultural sites managed by Archaeology Department, as well as the Forest Department, and all the officers who are responsible or rather contributing by way of managing the tourism attraction also been invited. Warm welcome to all of you. And also the infrastructure management organizations such as Coast Conservation Department, and maybe the all other infrastructure related, including local authorities. Warm welcome to all of you. And also all distinguished gathering here, and very importantly, the 4 organizations in tourism, those who are driving the industry, have been invited to participate in this meeting. All 4 organizations, senior officials, the directors, deputy director generals, as well as the all other staff, warmly welcome to this event to make this event a success. And the represent the security, actually tourist police, the director, as well as the senior officers we have invited, and all other distinguished invitees, warm welcome to this gathering. Thank you very much for your presence. It's a great honor to us, and I'm pleased on behalf of the organizing committee to warmly welcome you all for this gathering. And let's spend the day so that we will add value as a Sri Lanka country to this day, as well as to bring the tourism into the high up. In the current government, the main objective or other trust industry is tourism, where two ways it's going to help. One is the earning the foreign currency, the other way generating employment, and also bringing the peace, giving a more meaning to the today's the theme. Tourism bring the theme, the tourism bring the peace, and how future we can work together is the meaning into your heart we can give it today. Thank you once again for your presence.
Warm words of welcome, and also highlighting the importance and also how tourism can definitely boost a country's economy. Thank you, Mr. Upali Ratnayaka, Deputy Director General of the Sri Lanka Tourism Development Authority. Thank you very much. Milagata Sudana Vanadanu, Sanjaraka Amatanshe Atireka Lekam Tumata, Bumgaurin Arada Kim to Sudanam, Utsu Sabhava, Amatan.
நிச்சயமாக அடுத்ததாக நிகழ்வில் ஒரு சிறப்பு உரையாற்றுவதற்காக சுற்றுலா அமைச்சின் மேலதிக செயலாளர் திரு எஸ்.எல். நசீர் அவர்களை நாங்கள் மேடைக்கு அன்போடு அழைக்கின்றோம்.
Whilst thanking him for his gracious presence, we would like to now invite for his address the Additional Secretary to the Ministry of Tourism, Mr. S.L. Nazir.
Good morning, honored guest, my dear colleagues, industry representative, official of tourism institution and the public sector official. It gives me great pleasure to be here with you to commemorate the World Tourism Day. In fact, it doubles my pleasure to be here in a special moment that our country is waiting for the paradigm shift in terms of socio-economic, political culture of our country. Since 1980, the World Tourism Organization celebrates World Tourism Day annually on September 27, as mentioned earlier. The purpose of this day is to raise awareness on the role of tourism within the international community and to demonstrate how it affects social, cultural, political and economic values worldwide. Primary objective of World Tourism Day is to highlight the significance of tourism on global scale. This year, as it is revealed here earlier, Tourism Day is celebrated under the theme of tourism and peace. Beyond its economic impact, tourism significantly influences the social, political and cultural fabric of countries and regions. By celebrating this day, nation seeks to emphasize that tourism isn't just about revenue, it's also about fostering connection, understanding diverse cultures and promoting sustainable practices. As well, tourism can immensely contribute to the sustainable development goals also. Through quality tourism training, which invest in education and skills, by investing in sustainable infrastructure and accelerating green transformation, including opportunities to decarbonize the sector and promote climate resilient infrastructure, and through investing in innovative technology and entrepreneurship that can upskill tourism workforce. As we are celebrating this day, let us reaffirm our commitment to promoting responsible tourism that upholds cultural integrity, environmental sustainability, and foster peace both with our border and beyond it. Tourism is a powerful tool for creating a more harmonious world where dialogue, mutual respect, and understanding prevail. Together, we can ensure that tourism continues to be a force for peace, shaping brighter and united future for all of us. Thank you very much.
Thank you, sir. Thank you very much, Mr. S.L. Nazir, the Additional Secretary to the Ministry of Tourism. Thank you very much. Now, I want to take you all into an imagination. දැන් හිතෙන් මවා ගන්න පරවියෙක්. සුදු පරවියෙක්. සුදු පරවියා සාමේ සංකේතයක්. දැන් මේ පරවියා දනු අනිවාර්යෙන්ම පොළොව මට්ටමට ඉහළින් පියාසර කරගෙන යනවා. පියාසර කරගෙන ලංකාව පුරා යනවා. මේ සුදු පරවියා. සාමේ සංකේතය. මෙහෙම පියාසර කරගෙන යනකොට මේ පරවියාට පේනවා ඒරියල් විව් එකක් ලැබෙනවා අප රටේ තියෙන ආකර්ශනීය ස්ථාන tourist attractions මේ පරවියා දකිනවා. ඇත්තටම මේ ගමන ඔබ මේ ගමන හිතේ මවාගත්තොත් ඔබට එක පැත්තකින් මැවෙනවා සාමය පරවියා නිසා සාමය සංකේතේ අනිත් පැත්තෙන් ඔබ tourism කියන දේ මැවෙනවා මොකද ඔබ තනින් තැනට සංචාරය කරනවා. දැන් මෙහෙම කිව්වට මදි. මේක අපි නර්තනයකින් කියන්න යන්නේ.
ஓ அனிவாரங் கிளிஃபட் கூறியது போலவே ஒரு கற்பனை உலகத்திற்கு நாங்கள் செல்வோம். ஒரு பறவையாக மாறி ஒரு பறவை வானத்திலே பறந்து போகும்போது எங்களுடைய இலங்கை எவ்வளவு அழகாக தெரிகிறது. அதே போல் எங்களுடைய இலங்கையில் இருக்கக்கூடிய சுற்றுலாத்துறையை ஈர்க்கக்கூடிய பல இடங்கள் இருக்கின்றது. அதை ஒவ்வொன்றையும் அந்த பறவை பார்த்து கொண்டிருக்கிறது. அந்த அழகை மிகவும் சமாதானமாக அமைதியாக ரசித்து கொண்டு போகிறது. இதைத்தான் ஒரு நடனத்தினூடாக நாங்கள் இந்த மேடையிலே பார்க்க போகின்றோம்.
So, connected to the theme of this year's World Tourism Day, Tourism and Peace, we have a related dance item performed by the Rivega Dance Studio. Put your hands together for the Rivega dancers. Such a lot of color, vibrance and elegance, and they deserve another bigger, colorful round of applause. Rivega Dance Studio, that was very elegant and portraying our great cultural heritage and also what Sri Lanka has to offer to the world, from the tops of the mountains to the depth of the oceans. Its adventure, the sunny, sandy beaches, the fauna and flora, the biodiversity that we enjoy, and not forgetting our mouth-watering cuisine that Sri Lanka has to offer. So definitely a paradise destination that we have to offer to the world. And on this day, it is definitely important to appreciate what Sri Lanka has and what we can offer to the world on the World Tourism Day celebration 2024. එමනම් දනු අප දැන් ඇවිල්ලා තියෙනවා මුඛ්‍ය දේශනෙට for the keynote speech.
நிச்சயமாக கிளிஃபர்ட் கூறியது போல ஒரு முக்கிய உரையாற்றுவதற்காக நாங்கள் இந்த மேடைக்கு ஒரு முக்கியமான ஒரு நபரை அழைக்கப் போகின்றோம். எஸ்எல்டிடிஏயின் முன்னாள் பொது இயக்குனர் மற்றும் நோர்வேக்கான இலங்கை தூதரத்தின் முன்னாள் தலைவர் டாக்டர் விபுல வணிகசேகர அவர்களை மேடைக்கு அழைக்க தயாராக இருக்கின்றோம்.
Now our keynote speaker has many feathers to his cap and a man with a lot of versatility. So talking of his versatile career, where we see him transitioning from the private sector, where he was involved in trading, shipping, and also marketing, to the public sector, that's in tourism, diplomacy, and also academia as well. Well, if we focus his service or involvement in the public sector, he served as a director marketing of the tourist board that was way back in the 1990s and was later seconded to diplomatic service during the time of the late Lakshman Kadirgamar, and he became the first and the longest serving head of the diplomatic mission in Norway, with cross posting from Sri Lanka mission in Kuala Lumpur in Malaysia. Then he returns to Sri Lanka as the Chief Executive Officer of the Sri Lanka Convention Bureau, and he serves there for 12 long years, while concurrently holding the position of Director General of the Tourism Development Authority, SLTDA, and also Director of the World Bank Tourism Project in the final 2.5 years before entering full-time academia. Now, as a renowned academist, he currently is a senior lecturer for the Edith Cowan University in Perth and also in Sri Lanka, a business diversifier, and also an author for the Colombo Telegraph, YouTuber, EU wellness expert, meditation coach for tourists, and also he's a Reiki healer as well. He's also a qualified person in Carnatic music. His versatility and talent goes into sports as well. Once a national basketball player for Sri Lanka in the 90s, a volunteer coach for the KC clubs.
These are not merely my words, but the observations. They see the vast potential that lies ahead for tourism industry in Sri Lanka. Secondly, Sri Lanka's recent political transformation, driven by the will of the people, has energized all sectors with a renewed hope for good governance and clear direction. When I see the optimism of the millennials and the Gen Zers here, I believe they are fortunate to witness this change. It's not just tourism and hospitality, but a broader economic and social transformation that is, that is underway. However, as you know, this path requires collective, consistent, and immense effort, along with a strong commitment from everyone involved. And that goes for tourism as well. That being said, whether by coincidence or design, the UNWTO has chosen this year's theme for World Tourism Day as Tourism and Peace. This theme resonates profoundly with Sri Lanka's own history and its current aspirations. It is both timely and relevant given the journey of our nation so far. With that, I will do my best to do justice to my topic within the given period of time, and that is tourism and peace, a global and Sri Lankan perspective. Tourism has long been acknowledged as a powerful instrument for fostering peace. By bringing people from diverse cultures together, it nurtures mutual understanding. Tourism breaks down stereotypes and encourages meaningful dialogue. Therefore, in a world where conflict and division often dominate the global landscape, tourism's role in promoting peace has never been more vital. Globally, tourism acts as a bridge between cultures, allowing individuals to experience different ways of life and fostering cross-cultural understanding and tolerance. Through exchange of ideas and values, tourism helps create a more interconnected world, reducing the likelihood of conflict. We have seen the positive impact of strategic tourism initiatives in countries like Bosnia, Northern Ireland, Colombia, South Africa, and Croatia, where tourism has helped rebuild trust and unity, laying the foundation for lasting peace. Tourism also promotes economic interdependence, driving growth and encouraging peaceful relations between nations. As economies thrive through tourism, governments are more likely to pursue diplomatic solutions to conflicts, thus ensuring stability, which is essential for sustaining the industry. In post-conflict regions, tourism can serve as a catalyst for rebuilding societies, as we have seen in Rwanda and Cambodia. There, tourism rehabilitated both the image and economies of war-torn lands, turning them into thriving tourist destinations. These are models that perfectly illustrate how tourism can serve as a force for peace. There are more historic examples. After the war, the Second World War, Europe used tourism to heal divisions and foster unity. In the Middle East, Jordan is leveraging tourism as part of peace building and positioning themselves as a peaceful, tourism-friendly destination. This is despite the regional unrest. In the Sri Lankan context, we too have a long history. Our conflict lasted nearly 3 decades, yet during that time, tourism was one of the few industries that managed to sustain itself to some extent, as the conflict did not specifically target tourists. As I recall, my time as Director Marketing of the Tourist Board in the 90s, the communication strategies of our industry centered on that limited reality of peace, which brought nearly 500,000 tourists each year despite the ongoing war. During my long tenure as head of the mission in Oslo, under two governments, part of my responsibility was to facilitate the peace talks in Norway and the Sri Lankan monitoring mission. While opinions may differ on the outcomes of these efforts and the Norwegian involvement, one undeniable result was that the ceasefire led to saving of thousands of lives and an immediate surge in tourism. The signing of the ceasefire agreement in February 2002, which lasted over 5 years, brought a significant boost to tourism, of course with frequent violations. The numbers speak for themselves. 336,000 in 2001, 393,000 in 2002, 500,000 in 2003, 566,000 in 2004, and 549,000 in 2005 with the effects of tsunami. While there are many other factors behind this trend, the truth that was observed ties in closely with our topic that we are talking today. After the war ended in 2009, tourism naturally took off, with visitor numbers peaking at over 2 million. Then came the events in 2019 and thereafter, which are well known. So needless to elaborate that these serve as powerful reminders of the vital link between tourism and peace. With the new government committed to good governance and stability, the future of Sri Lanka's tourism industry looks brighter than ever. The focus now is not merely on increasing tourist numbers, but on improving quality and value. We are in a new era. Travel behavior is fast changing. We are competing with countries that are catering to newly identified market segments that often use AI travel planning. I have a professor who is coming in February from Perth. All he wants me to do is to recommend a chauffeur guide lecturer and book the Ella Odyssey. He sent me the itinerary that he has prepared, and trust me, I can't do it myself. These travelers are well informed and mostly having experienced the locations through the VR Google. Multi-generational and group travel, remote workers, location-independent professionals, global citizens, mobile entrepreneurs, workationers, be-leisure travel, solo female travel, eco-friendly travel, slow travel like Sita Slow model. I saw a hotel in Kandy offering sleep tourism, which usually includes high-quality bedding, soundproof rooms, sleep-conducive lighting, and even pillow menus. Then there is regenerative tourism such as community-centric travel. Over-tourism avoidance Guys, I hope you are ready to cater to these market segments in innovative ways. Wellness tourism, which I am heavily involved as a practitioner, will play a key role in the future, offering holistic travel and nature escapes. Locations like Rishikesh in Uttarakhand, Uluwatu in Bali, Mount Shasta in California, Koh Phangan, Thailand, foresaw this trend much earlier. Sri Lanka is not far behind. And we have the unique opportunity to show visitors how they can discover inner peace. There's no way you can extend peace to another if you do not have inner peace yourself, in principle, not necessarily spiritually. Back to the topic, tourism can also be a tool for reconciliation. In the north and east of Sri Lanka, where scars of war are still visible, tourism can play a crucial role in healing and empowering communities. I conducted a research some time back, these are titled, Overcoming Cross-Cultural Differences in Post-War Sri Lanka, which focused on the jet-wing project in Jaffna. This study, now widely cited academically, is a living example as to how hospitality industry can play a pivotal role in promoting social cohesion and preventing unrest. We should be conscious of that after having gone through the predicaments in the past. Another notable example is the Jaffna International Trade Fair, which we initiated after the war, and at a time the infrastructure was still in disrepair. Yet we recognize the long-term benefits of bringing communities together. The current government's national tourism policy actively fosters peace and harmony by prioritizing regional development and supporting small and medium enterprises, together with the big players who are also committed to this industry with huge investments. The current policy initiatives will not only drive economic growth, but also bridge social divides, contributing to greater unity and understanding among diverse groups, in addition to generating much needed foreign exchange and employment. So, to end this short keynote, those days keynote speeches run for hours, but today time is precious and nobody wants to listen to long speeches, but they want to hear actions. Tourism and peace are indeed two sides of the same coin. Tourism is everyone's business and call for collective effort. With that, the tourism industry can boost the tourism to next level, but also contribute to lasting peace, reconciliation. I repeat, reconciliation and prosperity for all Sri Lankans who deserve to call this country the most sought after destination in Asia within a foreseeable future. Thank you very much.
Dr. Vipula, we would like to kindly request you to remain on stage for a couple of moments. Let's put our hands together and say a big thank you to our keynote speaker, Dr. Vipula Vanigasekara. And we have a token of appreciation that will be presented to you, sir. And to do that, we'd like to invite Mr. S.L. Nazir, the Additional Secretary to the Ministry of Tourism, and Mr. Upali Ratnayaka, Deputy Director General of SLTDA. Gentlemen, we'd like to welcome you on stage, and you'll be collectively presenting a token of appreciation to our keynote speaker.
டாக்டர் விபுல வணிகசேகர அவர்களை பாராட்டி ஒரு ஊக்குவிப்பு சின்னம் அவர்களுக்கு வழங்கப்பட இருக்கிறது. இந்த சின்னம் திரு S.L. நசீர் அவர்களின் கைகளிலாலும் திரு உபாலி ரத்நாயக்க அவர்களினுடைய கைகளிலாலும் வழங்கப்பட இருக்கிறது.
So shall we say once again thank you to our keynote speaker, Dr. Vipula Vanigasekara. Couple of moments for our photographers. And we are done. Thank you, gentlemen. Thank you very much. You may take your seats. Thank you. So this is the national ceremony to celebrate the World Tourism Day. And once again, we have the pleasure of enjoying another spectacular dance item. තවත් ලස්සන නර්තනාංගයටයි යන්නයි අප මේ සූදානම් වන්නේ දනුෂා.
நாம் இந்த நிகழ்விலே தேசிய கொண்டாட்டத்திலே இன்னும் ஒரு அழகான நடனத்தை இந்த மேடைகளை பார்ப்பதற்கு தயாராக இருக்கின்றோம்.
Alahana dance item.
அழகான டான்ஸ்.
So once again we're going to invite the Rivega Dance Studio. Let's put our hands together for the Rivega Dance Studio.
Ehmat da kai mukut manatde
Colorful indeed, as always. A big thank you once again to the Rivega Dance Studio. Now, this national ceremony to celebrate the World Tourism Day, organized by the Sri Lanka Tourism Development Authority. And we are also delighted and encouraged by a representation from SLITM, that's the Sri Lanka Institute of Tourism and Hotel Management, and also Sri Lanka Convention Bureau as well. So we can invite someone very special to extend a felicitation message right now.
நிச்சயமாக இன்று இடம்பெற்று கொண்டிருக்கக்கூடிய உலக சுற்றுலா தினத்தினுடைய தேசிய கொண்டாட்டத்திலேயே ஒரு முக்கியமான ஒரு தகவல் உரையை வழங்குவதற்கு தயாராக இருக்கின்றார். இலங்கை சுற்றுலா மற்றும் ஹோட்டல் முகாமைத்துவ நிறுவனம் மற்றும் இலங்கை மாநாட்டு பணியகம் தலைவர் திரு தீர ஹெட்டியாராச்சி அவர்களை இப்பொழுது நாங்கள் மேடைக்கு அன்போடு அழைக்க காத்திருக்கின்றோம்.
So we have the chairman himself of SLITM and Sri Lanka Convention Bureau, Mr. Dheera Hettiarachchi, whom we'd like to invite on stage for a message.
Yeah. Very good morning. Ayuban, Wanakam, and Assalamu alaikum. Additional Secretaries of the Ministry of Tourism and the dignitaries, all the officials of the 4 key organizations of under the tourism umbrella, and the representatives of the tourism associations and the students and all the gathered, the ladies and gentlemen. Thank you again, Mr. Udana. Thank you for inviting me to deliver a short speech on this very special day, a colorful day. Actually, as we discussed, certain the speakers mentioned about why this tourism and peace, the topic on the day is significant for the time. Actually, the World Tourism Day starts with 1980. With as Mr. Ratnaik very correctly mentioned, the day where the legal state was declared to the UNWTO. So afterwards, onwards, it is the World Tourism Day in 1980s. So we are getting certain number of eye-catching and really meaningful slogans and the taglines year on year. They declare kind of a really very important slogans and the themes for the World Tourism Day. It would be like the sustainability and the inclusiveness. It would be I can remember one that was about the 1 billion tourists and 1 billion opportunities somewhere back, and the community development, so on. So that is this year we are celebrating with the theme of the tourism and the peace, where really we need, the country needs as well. The tourism connects with certain number of aspects to develop the country, mainly the understanding among the people, the close connectivity, and the peaceful environment, creating the respectfulness for people as well. That's the meaning. Tourism, where you get kind of a cross-section of tourism, you can see a number of nationalities represented. So their close connectivity is really important for the peaceful environment. That's the most foremost factor to do tourism. And again, tourism is connected with the natural, is connected with mainly 4 building blocks. That's about the natural resources, cultural resources, and the human resources, and finally the capital resources. So it connects the tourism platform to everybody to perform. That's a really important thing. And the inclusiveness, again, when we consider about no one is left behind, that's the modern concept of tourism. Even the present government, their tourism, the slogan is towards an inclusive tourism economy that was launched a few months back. And the present government is working towards to sustain or prosper this tourism sector with all of your support. And how we can sustain the country, the nation, with people, planet, and profit, the PPP model. It's not always about the private-public partnership. People, planet, and profit as well. How we can think about the country's next era, country's next level with these aspects. So we need to move forward with these practices. Especially if you consider the Sustainable Development Goals, the 17 goals are there. Always connects with the tourism as well. Tourism, the UNWTO, the United Nations World Tourism Organization, or as we call it UN Tourism now, connects with SDGs, highly connected. The countries, the developing countries like us has a bigger role to play in this regard. If you say the 16th goal, the peace and the justice is really connects with tourism. After the war of 30 years or 3 decades, we are experiencing that synergy should be again developed among the people, the north, east, and the south. That should be there. So we are in the right path, the kind of the platform, therefore. And again, so Dr. Vipula Vanigasekara delivered a wonderful keynote speech. It's again about peace, the peace and tourism. So again, you may be wondering why this World Tourism Day is celebrating after a month, nearly about 1 month's time. Actually, I believe that should be discussed among ourselves as well. So it's after 1 month nearly. There should be, it's kind of people are wondering why. Why is that? Actually, the higher management of SLTD has decided to postpone this event for a particular reason. That is, so assuming that the countries, just after the election, it won't be a kind of a peaceful environment. But even I would like to say that you experience, the Sri Lankans of this country experience most peaceful election, the presidential election after the scenario. So that is also peace. We need to commemorate that as well. I mean, in tourism, we need to understand that peaceful environment is still we are experiencing. So, however, personally I believe that should be celebrated on the same day itself, on 27th September. So, although we are having kind of a wonderful and colorful event, we need to celebrate on the same day, unless the country is closed, right? So that should be there. So we need to develop that sort of a culture where on the same day we need to celebrate, or within the close vicinity we need to celebrate it in future as well. Dr. Vipula Vanigasekara delivered a kind of very good speech, a very good keynote speech. He's a really versatile character in marketing. It can be wellness and yoga, and also he's an administrator and he's an author. He's a versatile character. He delivered a very good the keynote speech. And at the same time, he represented the 2 months back, last August, he represented the different political contexts, their political kind of tourism policy as well. But now he's representing, he delivered a keynote speech on this stage where the people haven't given a different mandate as well, the political mandate. It's not about the politics, that's all about the professionalism and also the respectfulness for each other. That should be there. We need to maintain that culture as well. So, irrespective whatever the political agenda, whatever this thing, we need to respect the professionalism. That's how we can build up the tourism sector in future. We can develop the sustainable tourism as well. So, again, I believe that the World Tourism Day should be celebrated in kind of a meaningful manner, rather celebrating in a kind of a luxurious environment. We need to have the tourism has that glamour and the luxurious, the certain kind of elements that should be maintained, no doubt. But can we think about the marginalized people of the country? Can we think about a village like Athiliwava, village like Hiloya? Can we think about village like Panama? Can we think about village like Hiriwaduna? So this is the connectivity we need to maintain in future. The tourism should be benefited should be benefits for the people of the country. Otherwise, we just celebrate, we gather in Colombo in a luxurious environment, we celebrate and we withdraw. And afterwards, again, the next World Tourism Day comes, we gather and we do the same thing what we did. That culture should be changed. We need to identify ourselves. So, but the organizations, even the NTU, National Tourism Organization, their role should be what? So, I hope we ensure that the next World Tourism Day need to have that, the connectivity with the ground and the meaningful and also the sustainable, the aspect, we need to develop that also. Let me explain a few words about the present and the current tourism policy of the government as well. Actually, the national tourism policy was developed for the industry with many experts, the support as well. It showcases mainly 5 different pillars. These are connected with the visionary leadership and the strategic governance. Visionary leadership and the strategic governance. Sri Lankan tourism is almost about 58 years old. When we consider the similar destinations in the world with us, where we are, again the same question we were asking for just after the war, we are asking the same question. So that is the visionary leadership and the strategic governance we need to identify as the first pillar. The second pillar would be the sustainable utilization of natural and cultural resources. We all about using about the tourism resources, mainly what I mentioned about the natural and cultural resources. These are the key pillars of tourism, key building blocks of tourism. It can be nature, wildlife, flora, fauna, music, arts, so on. So these are the things we need to manage sustainably. Although we don't know what's the carrying capacity of Sigiriya, we don't know what's the carrying capacity of the Yala. We don't know what's the carrying capacity of many monuments or many archaeological and other sites as well. We need to identify that as well. So sustainably we need to use the tourism resources as well. And thirdly, we are coming to the human capital development. That is the entire sector is looking for. And even I'm representing Sri Lanka Institute of Tourism and Hotel Management, and my DG is also here, and the DDGs are, and the employees are also here. We are getting some kind of a huge transformation era in next future to develop the human capital in a sustainable manner, how we can think about, how we can move forward. The existing carrying capacity and the employee number is around less than 450,000. How we can double up this? So we have an agenda to achieve 4 million tourists within this 5-year period and bringing US dollars billions, 8.5 US dollar billions income to the country and doubling up the employees and also bringing average per tourist per day expenditure minimum 250 US dollars. So with that vision, we are moving forward. The human capital need is really, we need to identify the human capital need of the country for different kind of practices. It can be the tour guides, it can be the hoteliers, hotelier can be different kind of aspects. Many more we can think about. Even the human resource is a critical fact of the country. People have migrated, people have left this country, the hospitality people have left this country. So how we can bring back or we can train more people to sustain this is a kind of a challenge what we have. And fourthly, the innovative tourism product development we need to understand. That is the real key pillar, one of the key pillars, how we can develop rather going for conventional type of tourism products. Can we develop innovative tourism products combined with the uniquenesses and the authenticities of the country? We have the many more products, but conventionally we are doing the same kind of round tour. So that should be changed. We need to identify the correct pathways to develop innovative products. Innovations, it can be technology, it can be people mindset, it can be bringing like the digital nomads as well. How we can think about new dimension. We need to open up the youth and the the people in the world, like the researchers, R&D is not considered in Sri Lanka very much. We are offering, we have nearly around 7 to 8 universities offering tourism-related degrees, but nobody is connected with the tourism development in the country. Can we develop that culture? That's kind of a challenge we need to look forward. And finally, the strategic destination marketing is the, again, the marketing challenge, but we have rather going for changing every year the tourism slogan. We need to think about a sustainable and long-lasting campaign, global campaign, and also the marketing and the global destination marketing we need to do in strategical manner. So this is about the tourism. So I wish a very good, a wonderful World Tourism Day for all of you. Although it is past, it has already passed. For next, I need to thank, I should be thankful for the organizing committee to arranging this wonderful event and inviting all the stakeholders and the employees to commemorate this World Tourism Day. So thank you very much. We'll meet up in a next World Tourism Day in a meaningful and more sustainable manner. Thank you.
ඔතුමන්ගේ වටිනා අදහස් වලට ඒ වගේම විශේෂ පණිවිඩයට අපගේ ගෞරවනීය ස්තුතිය. ස්ලේතම් සහ SLCB සභාපතිතුමනි දීර හෙට්ටිආරච්චි මහත්මයාට අපගේ ගෞරවනීය ස්තුතිය දරනවා. සංචාර කර්මාන්තයත් එක්ක බද්ධ වෙච්ච විශේෂ කාරණයක් තමයි සංග්‍රහශීලී භාවය. එහෙම නේද?
ඔව්.
එහෙනම් මොකද කරන්න යන්නේ?
අපි මේ ඒ කියන්නේ මේ සෙලිබ්‍රේෂන් එක අද දැනට ඉවර කරන්න යනවා.
Right. So we have come to the conclusion of the national event organized by the Sri Lanka Tourism Development Authority, marking the World Tourism Day. Pamela Sitno Busiludanatam Bhopna Stuti, Evagema Pamela Sitno Busiludanatam, මේ ශාලාවෙන් නික්ම යන්න පෙර පුංචි සංග්‍රහයකට සහභාගී වෙන්න කියලා බොහොම ගෞරවයෙන් ආරාධනා කර සිටිනවා. So we invite all of you for refreshments, and the refreshment area is just below where you are. So have a nice day, ladies and gentlemen. Thank you for coming and wish you love, peace and happiness. Ayubowan, Jayo Busiludanatam.
Nandri.